Que lo what mi gente, was good, my people. We back with episode 2. You already know who it is. Big shows over here. We got Key the what?
Key the chairman.
You feel me? We got JoJo over there.
Wait, hold on. Joel, you better call me JoJo.
You heard?
Let's get it. You know,
Yo,
let's get it.
Shout out to all the new people tuning in. I can't wait for you guys to take this value down. You feel me? And internalize it. You know?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Welcome, you guys. Like, how y'all feel? How y'all feel? How y'all feeling?
Me first?
Yeah. You first.
Blessed and grateful.
Blessed and grateful.
Blessed and grateful. I'm so happy to be here.
You know what? I'm gonna say something that's like off camera. We're gonna edit it out. I forgot clothes change.
What do you mean? Yo, I didn't bring anything else.
I didn't bring
clothes
anything else
change. Cause didn't we talk about that?
We did talk about it.
We talked about it. We were supposed to bring extra clothes, so like when people who are watching it,
damn.
future references. But we gonna edit that.
But
We
like,
gonna
you
edit
know,
that out.
it's
fine.
a lesson for us.
Yeah.
A lesson for us.
Yes, lesson for us.
So like now we know next time
Yeah.
we're not gonna do that again.
Nah.
Facts. Because I definitely
'Cause imagine-
I had extra clothes in the crib.
Right?
I just didn't bring it.
Yeah.
So it's like
That's why when you remember when I asked you like, should I bring anything?
You know what? And it didn't
forgot
dawn
about
on
I was
me.
like, that's what I'm saying because I'm like,
I
I'm a
didn't-
newbie. I don't know what the fuck to
it
bring. I'm
didn't
bringing
dawn
lip
on me.
gloss.
Like we talked about it, but I literally forgot. Like,
I did too, because me and JoJo, we talked
I would
about
have at least
it.
brought a different shirt.
Yeah,
right? That's what we
do.
yeah, just change the
Yo,
shirt.
you guys want to switch shirts?
No.
No. Because then I could grab her sweater, you could wear my blazer.
And then people be like, wait, hold the hell up. I mean, I know I watched last week's episode.
But
she had on that.
A couple Easter eggs for them.
Nah.
Right? It's something different about this podcast. Spot the difference.
Yo, we should, you know what we should do? We should get a prop, right? And every time we do the podcast, we put the prop in a different position.
That's
Like,
then find the
like,
prop?
like we'll figure out like a cool prop or something.
Right.
Yeah, but I think like also too, I think I watched like a Joe Budden podcast one day, and I could have sworn I watched 2 episodes, like, cause he uploads twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
I know one they did, like, he ain't had no outfit change,
Word.
and he wore the same
Bro,
outfit.
you know they be saying they do
Still
not have
not
time
up.
to be doing
Right.
these every week. They
and they upload twice a week and on Saturday.
yeah, bro. Come
Look,
on.
So really 3.
Okay, so I love that. So I feel like we should do like an incentive, like just to really interact with our listeners and really like, yo, if you spot it out, we'll give you a shout out. And I feel
Okay.
like more shares and more like reposts and things like
Yeah,
that too.
be sure to do share this.
Right?
Be sure to share. I'll put all of our socials down below.
Right?
Yes.
You see that? I like that.
But anyway, we gonna get back to this. Like, so how was your flights?
My flight.
Oh, yo, Charles. Let's talk about your flight situation. Because mine, like, real quick, because esta tipa aquí, like, I respect it because, yo, that's not. I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning, got ready, took my 5:35 flight from Orlando, Florida to DFW. My good sis here picked me up. We had breakfast. We ran errands. This, that, and the third. That's it. I thank God. I'm blessed. The flight was easy peasy. Like I was
Lemon
chilling.
squeezy.
Literally, I
Right.
was chilling, tranquila. A little turbulence, but all is fine. So that's it. Pero like that's my experience because you sis.
Talk about making a way.
Yo, that's why like
So with my team, you know, we had gotten standby flights because Nelly, shout out to Nels, her man's mom got a standby flight. She works for Southwest or whatever. So you know the flights. I don't know if y'all seen the flights, but the flights was like
Yo.
$400.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Like
Yup.
Destiny was the last one to book her flight, and it was like $466.
Damn.
So we was able to pay $150 for standby flights, and yo, that really taught me that proper preparation prevents poor performance. 'Cause,
Right.
yo,
Absolutely.
that was crazy. Like, so y'all, we got standby flights. We was at the airport at 4 a.m. we got there. Our flight was leaving at 6:20. We waited, you know, because with standby in New York works different than standby in a lot of other places. Like standby in New York, they tell you if you're able to get on the flight 10 minutes before the flight is filled.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so they did that, and they only had room for 3 of my team. It was 6 of us right then and there. They only had room for 3 of our team, so 3 of them went. They pushed us to the next flight. The next flight didn't have room for us, so they pushed us to the next flight. And now that flight was at like 10:30. They was not even gonna put us on that flight, bro. Like if I wasn't like doing my due diligence and going to the desk and be like, yo, hey, like we were here before them. You know, we wouldn't have gotten on that flight. And we ended up flying into Atlanta, and then from Atlanta into Texas, and then we got to Texas, and shout out to Key, yo. Key definitely, these Key. Women, bro, these women love me so good. Ugh,
I love you.
Shout out to tribes. Find your tribe.
For real.
And so you guys picked us up, and then we had to go to freaking DFW to pick up the rest of the team.
Right.
But but either way, I'm super, super grateful. Because you know why that happened to me, y'all, if y'all really want to know? So we were on our way to the airport with the team, right? Like to the first flight. And we were not fired up, y'all. We were not fired up. We were super laxed. We were like super like
ready to get it out the way type.
Yeah, you know, and you know what God does, what the Most High does is like, oh, were you not super hype? You not super grateful for this? No problem. Let me add some adversity to spice it up so you can be grateful.
Right.
So that's literally what he did. And by the time, let me tell you something. By the time I go off that flight and touchdown in Texas, I was grateful.
Okay.
I was grateful.
Like, just throw the money at it. I don't even care. I don't care what we do. Just throw the money at it.
Just take all of it. I don't
Whatever
care.
we need to fix right now,
use the tool.
Let it be fixed.
Like,
oh my love.
But no, don't be sorry. It was an amazing thing. Like that's the amazing part about perception, bro. Like I needed that.
Right.
Like every time I was tight, I was just like, thank you, God. All right, thank you, God.
I could see every time Shirley called, she was just like,
it
felt more drained than before.
Like I didn't want to bother you. I didn't want to annoy you. Like when you would call me, be like, let me.
Yeah, when she said something like, whatever you need, Shirley, all right, let's go.
And that, you know, and that's the amazing part of always keeping your posture and not always like panicking when things happen, right? Because things are always happening, right? But because I handle them with certain demeanor, when you guys see a different demeanor, you're like, oh no, something's going on. Let's just support Shirley. Because this is not Shirley.
Like, what do you need?
What I'm looking at is not Shirley.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. She called, she had her money on her forehead.
Right? We were like, oh my God.
She had her grateful money on her forehead. I was like, oh my Shirley, what is up?
Well, bill check? Should we do a bill check?
Money's in my bag at the crib.
I don't have a bill.
Yo, am I the only? Yo, shout out.
Am I going to really have to make a bill right now?
I don't even have $1.
It's okay. Like, actually, shout out to Cheryl's because she gave me a bill.
Yeah.
And I have it with me at all times. So thank you.
We do bill checks around here.
Okay, we do bill checks.
All right, I'm gonna write on a piece of paper. I'm gonna draw attempt to draw the president.
Facts.
Like, honestly, like, I had fun though. It was fun.
Yeah, it was an adventure. It was fun. It was so crazy.
It's like really, I feel like everything happens for a reason because I call her Nelly, but I know she wants me. She would prefer for us to call her by her name.
Yeah, Nelixa.
Nelixa.
Yeah.
I've interacted with Nelixa. I met her at the I Am Women's event for the first time, you know, and we talked and things like that. But in the car, we actually really got to know each other. And I love you.
That's my baby right there.
I love Nelly.
Awesome. Like
we was like mad talking last night. Her, me, and Chris, and like she I got in the bed. She was like, "Key, just thank you." I was like, "What are you thanking me for?"
She's amazing.
And she was like, "You just really just enlightened me about a lot of stuff." And I was like, "Oh, thank you, bro."
She's just like a sponge.
Yeah. She loves to retain information.
Yeah, people don't know Nelly's birthday is the day before mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I see a lot of myself in Nelly. Like a lot of myself in Nelly. And I see a lot of Nelly in herself. Because I feel like a lot of people, you know what I don't like when people do?
What?
People see somebody and they're like, when they're like giving them their flowers and appreciating them, they're like appreciating themselves in them. Yeah. Instead of appreciating the person for the person, right?
Right.
So you see how I said I see a lot of myself with Nelly. but I gotta make sure I see a lot of Nelly though.
Yeah.
Like, Nelly is Nelly.
Yeah, I told her that
listen.
yesterday because Chris was asking us. He was like, "So, Key, you've been in the like industry for a while. So, like, what chairman do we remind you of?" Right?
Oh, I love that question.
And I think he said you first, and I was like, no, we were talking about Rad because you know Rad's like hanging with like Darwin and all them now, and I was like, Rad is like a modern day Losado.
What?
Losado Tavares. You know the felon?
I don't know.
You remember when Chris?
Okay, yeah.
That's Losado. He's a modern day now. Obviously, I don't know Rad. I'm not saying he like as a felon, he ain't a felon or nothing, but he has that demeanor of like that roughness. Like
roughnecks.
Yeah, but I think
he's sweet at the same time.
Yeah,
he's
like
so nice. He's so nice. Like you see him, you be like, cause you like coming from New York, like you know what I mean. A lot of like yo.
But yeah, because Losado's from New York
so
though.
Okay.
He's from New York.
He has a gentle like.
Yeah,
I see it like, cause I'm a very like, you know, you could look tough all you want, you can whatever.
Yeah,
but I can feel like you teddy bear, like Steve-O.
Yeah.
Teddy bear vibes.
Yo, we cannot be spilling all this tea about it.
Right?
I know, right? People just like, what? They just gonna air all our business out.
So should we like black out names?
Nah, I think they'll appreciate.
I think
us.
they'll be fine,
right?
Because we're not passionate.
They
My thing
love
is, like,
us.
They do.
Yeah,
They love. They love us.
What chairman do I remind you of, Key?
I told them.
Yo.
I told them. No, I literally told them. I said she is a Honey Morgan, but not Honey Morgan.
Yeah.
Right.
She's a Honey Morgan, but not Honey Morgan. Like, but
Big
what I
bad
told
shows,
Chris and Nelly, because they was like, okay, well, what do we remind you of?
Like
And I literally told them. I told Chris, I was like, I gotta get to like you a little bit more, but Nelly, I said, Nelly, I can't see Nelly because there is no Nelly.
Right.
Like I literally told her, she was like, oh my God, I so love that. I was like, there's no you. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen enough. Like, women.
Like when I do stuff, like it's funny because I really admire Honey Morgan. I'm gonna be honest with you. I admire her. I actually really admire Bree though. You know her right hand man, Bree.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love Bree.
Was she there?
No, she wasn't there.
No, she wasn't.
Or maybe she was backstage. I
Am Woman's.
But-
That I think that was my first time actually seeing her speak live.
Oh my God.
And like do her own thing. I was
in Atlanta.
Yeah, but like you know what I mean. It was different because this is her. She Honey Morgan brought her out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this one she's on her own. Like you know what I mean. And like it was all you have is all you need.
Yeah.
Like
All you have is all you need.
Like the way she speaks.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then like when I'm like talking to people or whatever, like when I do stuff, like Radimus will be like, okay, Honey Morgan, and I'll be like, I love sis, but nah, this Big Cheryl, you heard?
In fact, that's what I said. I said she reminds me of Honey Morgan, but she's not Honey Morgan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, she's not like she's different. She moves like her, but
that's why we gotta all hit chairman because there's all people
We're
out
all
here
so
looking
different.
at us.
Different.
They're looking for a chairman to relate to,
Right.
not knowing that that chairman is loaded.
Right.
like
They don't know.
nah, they don't.
I don't think.
Yo, shout out to our future Chairman Joe, Chairman Key, and Chairman Cheryl. Y'all doing your damn thing. I already know it.
That's us talking from the future.
You feel me?
Like when we look back at this, we're gonna be like, wow, I remember that.
We're gonna be mad funny. We're gonna be like eating steak at I don't eat steak,
My thing
but
is-
I won't be eating steak.
no, I don't eat steak. But you know what I mean, like that rich people food.
Right.
Talking about now, y'all remember?
You know what's crazy is that we're all being surrounded by people like I like this, that, and the third, like fritura, like fried stuff, things like that. But being around here, like I like mineral water, carbonated water.
Yeah.
I like salad. This and the fruits, this and the third. Like people be like, I go out and I order salad. They be like, why you ordering a salad? Like,
And then like in
Yeah,
this, you don't order a salad. We're like, you didn't eat greens?
like you know what? Like you know what I mean? We're so like what we put in our body because we know diet too. Like I'm not gonna lie. I do be.
Nah, bro.
You know what I mean? At the same time, but like
I love me some chips.
Yo, I love chips. Papita, I
I just love chips.
Look how she looking at me
The
like,
sour cream and
shit.
onions.
No, okay. She love chips too.
Look, donuts is my weakness.
Stop.
Donuts for me. Like, asking you, don't leave me a box of donuts.
Don't leave
Please
me
don't.
any brownie bites. Fresh.
Oh, I don't blame
Yo,
you.
brownie bites are fire.
Like the ones that you get from the deli. The
Brownie
deli
bites are
area.
fire. Shout out to brownie bites.
It made me want. You know what? I think I might go get some.
You know what? Wait, we gonna stop by the store real quick.
Let me get some brownie bites from Walmart.
Facts.
Right. So, what else?
So today we're gonna get into what. Now this is very interesting that we're talking about this because we're talking about the business.
Yes.
So that transitioned us into what is it? Does it take to be a woman? And we're all black, so we'll say black woman.
Yes, ma'am.
In entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Like, what does it take to be a woman in entrepreneurship?
Like, I've never had to manage my own income. Like, worry about like how to make my own income. Like, it was always fixed. Like, I come from a financially literate family. Like, money was not taught to me. Like, credit, I don't know anything about credit. I don't know anything about saving your money. I don't know anything about investing your money. I don't know. All I know is to pay your bills. Pay your bills and save the little money you have. Then that's it. Just like, I'm like, yo, that's no way to live. That's no way to live. Like, there has to be a way. So I remember like really just doing my research on how to save money, how to invest money, things like that. And then I joined the platform and then like it, just started growing. But I've never really had to manage my own income. So that's one thing too. When you're an entrepreneur, like you don't know anything. Like you have to put in money to make money.
Literally.
And you know what I mean? And when you're starting off, I don't come from, a big background with money. Like I have a J word. And things like that. And it's just like your bills. That's automatic too. And I only have one source of income.
Yeah.
Before that. But now, like, when you get into something that they teach you, like, yo, my love, we got a couple bags for you. Like, what you like?
Which one you want?
Which one you want? So, going from one source of income to learning how to do up to 5 more, like,
it's crazy.
It's crazy. Like, it's a lot of information, but it's like, I'm so interested because it's kind of like, now I'm an entrepreneur. I'm learning how to do other sources of income. And then I'm learning how to just really butterfly and like learn what it is I want to do and how I'm going to use that money as my tool. You know what I mean? So it's just like it's a journey.
Definitely.
It's definitely a journey.
I definitely saying like piggyback off with I agree with what she said. I can't save money for crap. But I think it's because I don't keep up with the money that I spend.
Yeah.
I have a hard time with like keeping up with the money I spend. Like be like, okay, well I need this money for this. So I don't need to spend, and I'll turn around, go to a store and spend like $50 more than what I was supposed to spend.
Right.
And then now I'm like, oh,
self-control.
I self-control for real. And I think being in the business I learned self-control. Especially after like being broke and having to like move back with my parents and stuff like that. I've learned like I need to put in money where money needs to be belongs. If I'm gonna make money today and I know for a fact I gotta go to an event, that money's going to that event first. Yeah. Because if I continue to wait, I'm like building money, like quickly, but then I'm spending it fast because I have so much I need to pay for it. Instead of just like going a month in ahead and just go ahead and just saving them, like getting the money. I have really bad spending habits.
We gonna fix that though.
Right? For sure. I love, please.
Hey, honestly, you pick the right ones to hold you accountable.
I'm like really good with money.
Yes.
Like really, really good with money. But I would say knowing your value and knowing who you are in business. Just because being a Black woman, right? Like either you're like the angry Black woman for enforcing your boundaries, you know what I'm saying? Or you're like too hood.
Right.
Or you're not bold enough. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Why is it that we're always categorized into like a certain you know what I mean?
I feel like we're just policed. We're policed so much.
That's a fact.
we're like, you get what I'm saying? And you know what it is? I feel like with industries that have a lot of people of color or people of minority background. I don't really like using the word minority because we're not the minority, we're the majority. So just people of color, we tend to revert back to like categorizing ourselves. You get what I'm saying? And put like the communities that are heavily police themselves. You get what I'm saying? Like it just goes back to the Willie Lynch theory. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? Like you know the Willie Lynch theory? So the Willie Lynch theory, quick
history
value.
Thank you. I'm learning.
Willie Lynch was a plantation owner in the 1900s in the Caribbean, present day Caribbean. And the plantation owners in America hired him because they were, you know what a P&L is? No. A profit and loss sheet. Okay. So when you own a business, you know you want to profit more than you're losing. So the plantation owners in America were losing more than they were profiting because not more than they were profiting, but they were losing too much because they had to punish their slaves for being disobedient by beating them. And that in itself is messing up their labor force. You get what I'm saying? Because if you beat a slave for not listening, who's gonna now in the field you have one more person that is moving slower, right? So that's just thinking as you know. So they hired Willie Lynch, and Willie Lynch came over and he was like, you know, I have a method that you won't ever have to lose so much again, right? To get these slaves in line. We're gonna separate them by all their differences, right? So we're gonna separate them by all their differences, and then we're gonna emphasize all their differences, right? So we're gonna split them by gender, by age, by height, by skin color. Sheesh. We're gonna say these are the Dominicans that come from over here, and these are the African Americans that come over here. And if you divide them this way, right, and you say you treat the short people better than the tall people, and you treat the old people better than the young people, now it's gonna create disillusion within the company, and they'll be able to divide themselves forever, right?
Wow, I didn't know that.
And you could so then you could bring that back to this business, or anytime you see a large congregation of people of color, because we police each other so hard because we're used to getting policed. I understand. So that's where, for me, coming into this business or coming into any business or just stepping into the world, you have to know your value. Because if you don't know your value and you don't know who you are, when someone says something to you, you don't know if it lives in truth or they're projecting, right? I'm a strong ass woman. Like I'm 10 toes down. You heard? I could do it with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I don't know my value and if I don't see that as a superpower, I'll make myself smaller. That's why I used to be the shy friend, because I used to make myself smaller. You get what I'm saying? So now that I know that me being so big empowers others to be themselves, and that my team needs me to be this big, because I got to get shit done. So can't nobody outside my organization, they could look at me and they'll be like, damn, Shirley be wildin'. But anybody in my organization is gonna look at you. Y'all see how hard my team go for me.
They do. They go hard.
They literally, you know what I'm saying? Because they know I don't play about them. Like, I don't play.
Exactly.
And I'm able to exude that into the world, because I'm able to be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you can't tell me I'm an angry black woman. You can't tell me like shout out to the upline. Lo be like, damn, bro, calm down. I'll be like, my bad. Like, so that, I feel like that for me, yeah.
That's amazing. Like, it's just really like, honestly, just really standing up for yourself, because I feel like sometimes people feel like they can talk to you all types of crazy. And it's just like, I may look a certain way to you, you know what I mean? However, but that don't mean that. You
that's
know?
Who I am.
Like, and that's one thing too. Like, I've noticed that, like, with me, I look innocent. I look super innocent, but I'm spicy. And like, not in a way where it's like, oh, Jojo, you're being like, no, and it's a way like, you're not going to speak to me any type of way, or you're not feel like you're going to talk to me any type of way and think like I'm incapable or incompetent.
Especially being a black woman in business. You ever had somebody mansplain something to you?
Right. And especially
like, boy, I understand this better than you.
Stop. And just because we like, you know what I mean? We dress up, and you know what they... Like, people already have that, like, well, they dress up, you get your nails done, like, you're already, like, ditzy or something like that. And it's just like, what?
Some people, it's part of their personality. Because, like, with me, I cannot go anywhere if my hair ain't done.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, my nails, whatever, I don't really care about that. But if my hair is looking a certain way, I'm not going.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it's just that, but that's the confidence that somebody have. Like,
And that's
how you expect them to be? Yeah, like,
That's
how you expect
self-love.
somebody to be 100% if they don't feel 100% about themselves?
Thank you.
Like,
Thank
if
you, Key.
getting their hair done and their nails done is supposed to make them feel good for them to do what they got to do, why do you
Right.
feel like it's a reason you can't do it?
And as
Right.
black
Thank
women, listen, let me
you.
tell you something. I'm tired of people demonizing what we do with our hair because what we do with our black hair is part of our hygiene. Okay,
And
my love,
literally-
it's part of our self-care.
Can I-
The
Yes.
same way you shower and brush your teeth, my love, we
Right.
have to get our hair done.
But then, you know, it's funny too is because like they bash us because we spend like $200,
Right.
$300
They
on our
asked,
hair
oh,
and
how much
stuff.
was it? Like,
Yeah, and then
you
dudes,
paid
you
for it?
take them to the
paying
it's the
for
same
it.
thing as they go to the get their hair cut.
Wait, you.
But we
side
can't
note,
preach financial freedom
Right.
and be like, oh, but you spent $200 on
Right.
your hair.
there should be no cap on it. Is what I want to do. The abundance.
Dime,
Like-
abundance is abundance.
Right,
Okay, like
right,
what I do is
right.
what I do.
You be like, I want abundance.
Oh, that's-
150 for that? Nah, I want that, but I'm not gonna get $150.
You
Oh,
must
what
not
are you
want
talking
abundance,
about?
my love.
I literally said
What?
this. There was, remember JoJo, we was waiting in the line.
Yo,
There was this
yeah,
girl, this girl
yes.
behind us was
Mhm.
like mad rude. Like
She was being.
she was
really-
mad
Her
rude.
energy was just not there. Let's just say
I forgot what the heck they were talking about, but they was like, I'm not gonna spend that much money. That's just too high. I said, how the hell are y'all in a program where you're supposed to be financial freedom and y'all don't want to spend money on stuff?
You have to, yeah.
Yo,
Or like you have,
it's gonna
like
come back to
sometimes
you.
it's like reasonable, like something that's at a
Listen,
price.
You can't be saying that you want to hit a mill and it's uncomfortable for you to spend more than $150.
Right.
That's a fact.
What you think you gonna be spending when you got a mill? It's going that rent for you in that $500,000 house gonna hurt you then, buddy.
Right.
That's it,
Like,
literally.
That's the
Like-
thing. That you shouldn't be like, if I want it, I don't care how much it costs me.
I'm gonna
It's
get
gonna
it.
get done because that's what I want, and I'm not settling for less than what I want.
That's
So
a
why
fact.
would I'm like, you know what I mean? Like if it's one
And we deserve it.
we
deserve.
deserve it.
Listen, we are the direct manifestation of God. Let me
Look
tell you
at
that. That's why you got to know
that.
your value.
Yes,
a
ma'am.
You know what I'm saying? Because my God got me. My God, no, I ain't going to spend no money for saying that don't matter. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The same way we invest in people, we got to invest in ourselves, bro.
Like
Exactly.
literally, because there's so many people that aren't aware about self-care and how self-love is, and self-love to some people is their appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Like their
It-
appearance is how they love themselves. If they don't love themselves, you can tell by what they look like.
Right.
Like they're not gonna
Talk.
care to
How they
go to a
walk,
Paris,
how they
like
talk.
how they talk, like how they dress, pair of sweats, hoodie on, hair not done,
Right.
whatever, and they gon-
Hiding, hood on,
Hood
hiding
on,
in their hoodie.
hiding.
and they're comfortable with being right. That's how you know somebody's not like self-loving themselves. Like with me, like I don't care. I admit it. Like if I look a certain way, I'm not getting on camera. Don't expect me to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I look a hot mess. Like
I've tried this with her already, so I already know this.
don't do it.
Like but I understand because I wasn't gonna come to Dallas without my eyebrows done, without my hair done, without my nails done.
I
sorry.
told Jojo the same thing. I said, bruh, listen, I'm getting my nails done, I'm getting my hair done. I don't care how much it
But
costs.
like, at the end of the day, to each his own. because
Yeah,
you don't need any of
Yeah,
that.
because me over here, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know if y'all see the uni, but it's right here. You heard?
Yo.
And that's just me personally.
Exactly.
And
and some
literally
people
to each
it
his
don't
own,
it
like-
don't phase
like,
them.
yeah.
absolutely gorgeous inside and out.
Like,
It
literally.
does not matter.
Because we gotta
it's
remember,
for your
we all have different love languages.
Literally.
We
Literally.
all
All
love
different.
ourselves differently.
differently. Yes.
Because we all have different love languages.
That-
You
bro.
gotta look up your
lo
love
que
language.
lo que no me gusta, what I don't like, is that sometimes I feel like girls be like, I don't wear makeup, and this, that, and the third, and then when girls do, you wear too much makeup.
Policing. That's what I'm telling you. Policing.
Don't
God.
police me.
Policing, really, and we gotta stop the policing women.
Yeah,
please.
we have
Let's
to.
not do that to
We
each other.
have to stop.
The only
Let's not do
thing
that
you
to
can
each
really
other.
say about if like a woman is spending a lot of money on stuff is that if she like I can understand if, like she's not doing what she's supposed to do. Like she just spending the money.
But even that, for instance, right?
But some people like that though.
How you know what I'm supposed to do?
Yeah, that's true.
Because only you live that 24 hours.
That, like literally, and some people like being in the mall is what helps them.
But and then a lot of the time, people are uncomfortable with their own finances, and when they see somebody else spending their money freely and using it as the tool it is, that's them projecting their own shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they have their own like relationship with money. I have my relationship with money makes a lot of people uncomfortable.
Right.
Like makes a lot of people uncomfortable.
Because I ain't gonna lie, like if I spend money, like it's not gonna be like I'm not like materialistic. Cause I'm not.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I like spending money on like things I like.
Yeah.
Like if I got like $1,000, I guarantee I'll go buy a mic or something. Like something I'm into. You know what I'm saying?
You're using it because you're passionate about podcasting.
Exactly. I think that's the difference between people need. Like you can spend money on whatever it is that you want to do, but make sure you're still like spending your money on what it is that you need to do.
Using it as a tool.
As a
literally
tool. Not more than, that excuse. Like if you got this amount of money and you spend it on reckless stuff that you know that you're not supposed to be spending money on.
Like,
you know
let's
what
go.
I mean?
Let's go into like with the stimulus and taxes.
Oh wow!
Like the last stimulus and the last taxes came at the same time, but what did people do with it?
Yo, the malls were packed.
I bought my team. I got my team the Airbnb.
Right.
That's what I did.
We're all staying in this beautiful Airbnb. Can we say the location? Not the location, but it's by a lake. Does it matter?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
It's on a lake,
right? We won't even be there really when this comes out. My bad. Stalkers. But it's by this lake. Beautiful, gorgeous. I went stargazing last night. It's just beautiful. Like the view. We saw sunrise together.
Yeah,
we saw sunrise.
Yo, Shells,
what's up?
That video you took of Tony showing Mason how to tie.
That wasn't Mason. That was Chris.
It was Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I'm blind. Sorry. Sorry, Mason. And that he was teaching him how to tie a tie. And Tony's a wonderful teacher. Like, he teaches me a lot. Like, he loves to teach people. And, like, it's just a beautiful moment. Like, I'm happy I got to see that.
Thanks.
Like, but that's what you do when you, like, experience, like, when you're being into, like, a business, you're putting the experience out there. Like, don't feel like you can't be around people. You got to teach. Like, I think the nature of being in the business, people feel like they got to do it by themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they got to learn how to market their money, like market their brand or manage their money on their own, and they're trying to like find the cheap route to do it.
Right.
You don't have to do that. If you got to spend the money, spend the money. But you're good. In the long run, yourself is your investment.
Yeah.
So if you feel like you are not worth the investment, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Right.
Because then it's just like you're just doing it just to do it.
Right. That's why mentors are important too.
Get you a mentor.
Yeah.
Like I don't really believe in mentor. Like I hate the word mentor. I feel like
you just haven't found your right mentor.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I don't know.
that's what it
Maybe
is.
it's a word. I think it's just thrown around too loosely.
Right.
I can have a mentor. I just like that. The word is just like thrown around too loosely.
Yeah, I understand that. I completely understand that because like. That's my mentor. I'm like, that's your mentor. Like, but like, you know what I mean? Like everybody, you know what I mean? But
I feel like this. Oh, sorry.
No.
I feel like there's a big difference between an upline and a mentor.
Yes.
Literally a big difference.
There's a very big difference.
Yeah, because sometimes I feel like they categorize automatically that your upline is your mentor automatically.
Yeah. And a lot of people will admit that their mentor is somebody they never met before. Like you can have a mentor and then you never met them before.
Yeah.
Like I think who is it? Nano. Nano's mentor is Bob Proctor. He ain't like until he met Bob Proctor.
Yeah.
That was his mentor. He never met him a day in his life until now. And then now like Bob Proctor done invited him on his
confirmation.
Yeah, like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like just like Nano also says though.
You just know though.
Yeah, you just know. Like Nano says like attracted. Like if you know, like the moment you find your purpose is when your mentor comes.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally. So it's like if you don't find your purpose, you're gonna get the mentors that's like supposed to teach you a lesson.
Yeah, definitely.
The ones that's like the demons that you have that you gotta fix. You feel me? So it's like people gotta realize that like when you got problems in the business, obviously everybody's gonna have problems.
Right.
But a lot of the lessons that you are learning is due to yourself, and that's why I say it's all 90% spiritual, 10% actual work. Yeah. But they gotta realize like figure out what it is that you want. Then the people that you need will come.
Right.
People need to quit like I think it's people trying to find control over their life because they don't have control.
Right.
So they're trying to control their purpose and like
control who they meet.
Yeah, instead of just letting life and universe live the life for you.
You know why I feel like people do that? Because people are not committed to moving with integrity.
Literally,
its entirety. Like 100%, right? Because the only reason why I'm able to surrender to the guidance of the universe is because I know that the universe and the Most High got me, right? Because I move with integrity in all aspects of my life. Like,
you got to.
You get what I mean? So I know that no matter what, the universe is going to give me positivity and good because I do good. But sometimes people be like maneuvering off of good and they got that one little 1% that's like not good. That is still a little envious, a little malicious, a little petty. Like even me within myself, I battle with, like, I have the my superpower is like being able to speak to and from the heart and being able to speak to people's higher selves, right? But I'm from New York, y'all. Like I had to learn how to be nice to my friends. Like I had to literally learn how to be nice to my friends, because in our interaction in New York, you know, we rude, we cut ass, we mean to each other, like you know what I'm saying. So like back, like I had that thing that I battle sometimes because I got a smart ass mouth, and I be wanting to say something, and I be like, Shirley, that's not productive. Shirley, that like why are you? What is the need?
Yeah.
Like that's not a kind word. So why are you saying it? Cause that's something I battle with. You get what I'm saying? And now I'm at the point that I just like, and I still sometimes I'll be like 99.99999. Sometimes I'll be at 100. You get what I'm saying? But as soon as I say something that I know was like even like Chris last night, right? He gonna come up to me, right? And he gonna shout out to Chris. Chris gonna come up to me. He like, you need to go to sleep.
Like it's like telling you like you need to go to sleep.
Like, you know, and I'm like, no.
Oh.
Like I was like, no. I was like, don't talk to me like you should have said you what you need to do with me is you say should, right? And then like a couple hours later, he's laying on the table, right, with his head down, eating, like on the table, and I'm like, you need to go to sleep. And I was like, oh shit.
Facts, because everybody is tired.
I was like, but
he wasn't gonna go to bed till you went to bed.
But in my mind, I was like, he said it to me like that because I said it to him like that.
Oh,
sheesh.
Cheryl. Okay.
So that's why I was like, yeah,
right.
What your team does, what you do, not what you say.
Literally, no.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So that's why I'm like, so that was me being at 99.9999999. Because at the end of the day, Chris was like, nah, bro, I was just, you know, when I said like, don't. No, like he was like, bro, but I was just trying to, you know, I was just checking in on you.
Right.
So then when I said it to him, I was like, damn, I'm wilding, because I was dead ass just.
Is everybody just tired?
Yeah, everybody's just tired. Okay, like I feel you on that, because yo me pongo spicy caliente. I get real spicy. I really do catch myself like saying things. I'm like, Jojo, you didn't like
that was not necessary.
Like at the airport. Like the guy who beeped at us and all that, and I pulled down my window and I told him to relax yourself. Everybody was like, Jojo, I was like, relax yourself. Like, you know what I mean?
And she was speaking Spanish. She didn't even say it in English. She said it in Spanish.
Well, that's the thing. Like I catch myself doing that, and I'm just like, I'm not like I tell like, you know, I'm not mad. And like it's just like, what are you doing?
And you know,
but like, how do you translate that? Like, you know what I mean? I'm not mad, like, and I'm not trying to. I'm not aiming to be negative. It's just like it just be coming out. Like I just got a slick mouth.
You know, I think that's that correlates to a lack of faith.
Okay.
You know that? Like subconsciously a lack of faith, because we're defending ourselves, right?
Right.
But what do we have to defend ourselves from? Because God is in charge of all the good in our life, so we don't have to worry, right? So when things come to us, we don't have to like we literally don't have to protect ourselves because God is protecting us. You get what I'm saying? So the little lack of faith right there, all the way at the bottom is like
right there, coming out.
Fuck out of here! Who you talking
I'm right
to?
here. I'm right here. Like, and it grows too if you don't watch it grows if you don't watch it. And then like that's one of the thank you for that. Like it's just one of those things that like now I'm really paying attention to it. Like, and it's like I know, but you know what I mean. I know, like, you know.
You gotta fix it. We gotta fix it.
Like this right here. Like I should know. So it's kind of like, you know, like Jojo, like you shouldn't be talking like that, or you shouldn't be saying that, or like, you know what I mean.
But I think people don't like actually talk to themselves. Like people find it weird that you talk to yourself.
Yeah, I talk best conversations you heard.
Right? Yeah, like but that's how you grow. Like, do you sit yourself down and be like, what the heck do I get out of doing this right here? Nobody does it. They just subconsciously just do it. Like they don't know the consequences until the consequences happen.
Right.
Instead of just sitting down and being like, what benefits do I get out of this?
Right. You have to have a conversation with yourself.
Literally, it's like, y'all, it's fine. Like, be yourself. Like, don't let people like feel like you're obligated to do whatever the heck you know they want you to do for them. Like, at the end of, like, I tell people this: you came into this world with the help of your parents, obviously, but you got pushed out. You came alone.
Right.
There was nobody with you unless you have a twin. But that's just too much.
Different.
But like, if you came into this world alone, and when somebody like buries you, where do you get buried? 6 feet under by who? Yourself. So why does somebody else's opinion matter to what you got going on with your life? When it doesn't benefit you, the only thing it benefits you of is on an emotional state.
Right.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you take that person's advice, and then it don't benefit you. Did what?
And that's why it's important to know who you're listening to.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like duplication. Like, I understand that people have the results that you want. Entiendo. You know what I mean? And like, I heard this on a call, like, I don't remember when, and they were like, yeah, but you don't gotta copy literally every single thing that I do. The wheel is there. Add your own accessories.
Literally, and that's the thing with it.
Add your own accessories.
I don't know why it doesn't bug me, but it kind of bugs me only because from a media standpoint, I look from the media, when people say like duplication, like people's social medias, and I see you duplicate it, like the same way the other person like literally copy and paste some, like, why do you, like, where's the flavor?
But you know what it is?
Like, where's your personality?
I feel like you view it that way because you're like, you view media as art. Yeah. Like me personally, I view media as a tool. I don't view it as, like, it's definitely art, right? But I use it as a tool.
Fact.
You get what I'm saying?
Fact.
So like, that's like with any artist, bro. If you see, like, if I'm a painter and I see you just like, everybody, I wouldn't, like, at a painting sip, right? If I'm a painter and I put love you're gonna show me a painting that you did at fucking painting sip. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like,
what is this?
You know what I'm saying? Because it's the art. You appreciate the art of it.
Right.
Like, yeah, like, that's why, like, I told JoJo this is not enough people that's teaching the real, like, the deep down stuff. They're teaching the level. They're teaching the, like, bare minimum elementary school marketing aspect of social media.
Because they're using it as a tool.
But you know, is it the this is where we get into the question of, is it the teacher's fault if the whole class fails, or is it the student's fault?
Can I?
That's a hard question because you can't really say. But you can't really say whose fault it is.
You know, it's kind of like they generalize it for a massive group of people when each individual like needs something different. Like, I need something that like you may not need, or like vice versa. We all need different things.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just really generalized. You know what I mean?
Do you think is it the duty of the learner or the teacher to emphasize that need for personalization?
I feel like it depends on where you come from and your background too, because your environment, you're born, your environment, you know what I mean, and that your beliefs and things like that, how you grow up really shapes your thinking and how you see the world and things like that too.
Yeah, because even if you look at it from a teacher's point of view, like, if a student fail a test, right, the parent automatically goes to who? The teacher. But
actually, no, the parent actually goes to the student.
Some parents do, but other, like, let's look at the parents that don't, that go straight like, you fail a test, it's your teacher's fault.
But majority
probably
go
like,
to the student.
They go to the student, but a lot of,
they
like,
should go to the teacher. Me personally, I think it's the teacher's fault.
Right.
Yeah, like, but I think like, I have siblings that are like in middle school, whatever, and teaching, I feel like you should go to the student first. Like, why, like, how did you fail this test? Like, was it really the teacher's fault? Because if the teacher's teaching and you're paying attention, why didn't you pass the test?
But for me, right, if the end goal is to have this person learn, right?
Yeah, you're learning.
Shouldn't you adapt the lesson to the person learning it if the goal is for them to learn?
That's why, like, it's really like it actually has to go hand in hand, because you have to know, like, what students you're dealing with, because some are obviously visual learners. Some can do it on their own as independent learners, and still like the majority of it is like the end goal is to pass the test.
Yeah.
But how do you pass? Like some people look at it like, oh, I'm not gonna study, I'll figure it out. Like you gotta know who you're teaching.
Yeah.
So it's really, to be honest, it's a whole thing, and so many people like put it on different scenarios instead of just being like, all right, I'm gonna go sit. We're all three are gonna sit down. And we're gonna figure out what's going on, why you're not passing this test, because you never know. It could be that the student was like stressed, or like maybe they're going through, because some people, parents included, teachers, they don't realize like kids are humans too. They're not adults, but they still have feelings. So people dismiss kids' feelings, and so kids are afraid to tell their parents that I don't know. Like,
and then that passes on to your adult life.
It do,
and then
and
when you get in this business, you don't know how to ask for what you need, or verbalize these things.
Like you know when you, like, as a kid, you ask, you should already know this. Why you don't know this? Or you feel like you go to them and you get like backlash.
Yeah, we need to normalize being a student. We need to normalize
being a student.
Like
it's okay, like the way you did it, I like, but let's you know what I mean?
Like really work with the people.
Yeah. So then, and that after like you get that experience as a child, like you're not gonna ask questions, so you don't speak up.
Yeah.
So then you get,
because you get penalized you get penalized for being a student.
Right. Yeah. So then that's why it's kind of like, to each his own. So you really gotta get to know your people.
Yeah.
Like literally. Like even if you're gonna be like in education, I think people saturate with like education. You really have to, like, you're dealing with different personalities in education. When teachers are teaching, most of them are just teaching.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they don't, like, they're not working. Okay, if you got kids that are actually passing the test, those be the ones who know how to go home and study. Right. You don't have to worry about them, but worry about the ones that's not passing. So when you get to a point where like you're not passing, some teachers be like, okay, well, this is what you need to do if you're gonna pass, instead of sitting down and wondering like,
what are you doing?
Yes, because it's like when kids get to college, that's why people feel like they can't go to college or anything like that, or college is too hard, because they don't know how to sit down and study.
Right. They don't know how to fend for themselves. Like,
I feel like people just don't know how to problem solve.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I
like people going to college literally copying pages from The Smart Kid.
Right.
They literally took what they learned
people.
They took what they learned from high school, pay people to do, and then you're like, what's the point of getting a degree? Like, core classes I get, but like you go into your main degree, why are you copying? And what's the point of you coming here? You came for yourself. So sit down with yourself and independently try to solve the problem on your own. Just like you said, nobody knows how to solve the problem on their own.
Right.
Like with me, like if I got a problem, I'm 9 times out of 10 I'm not gonna ask for anything.
Right.
I'm gonna go figure it out. But that's just me. It's a good and a bad thing, because I probably could have saved myself on a lot of stuff by asking. But
it don't hurt to ask.
Like, but people know, like, if I fall, I'm gonna get my ass back up. Like, and a lot of people need to do that. They, especially in the generation now, so many people save them from shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Do you feel like people just feel entitled or
to
like
be saved?
Right. Or obligated, like, hey, like, you know what I mean? Like,
they feel like they deserve something that they didn't earn.
Right.
And I feel like that's a lot of people's problem, is that like when you in our business, right, you see results, right?
Yeah.
Obviously from a product. Right? Now they're like, I done this, I can do this, and then when they fail, they like, it's everybody else's fault but they own. And they never saw the problem, so then they like, oh, it doesn't work because of this and that, when in reality they're not looking at it didn't work because I didn't solve the problem. A lot of people don't realize, especially like whether you're like building your business or like whatever it is that you're doing, like realize that when you're in something by yourself, you have to solve the problem.
We need to emphasize teaching problem solving skills. Like being able to,
I like that.
One, like acknowledge, like identify the issue, isolate the issue, create a short-term solution and a long-term solution, and how we can teach somebody to do it. I feel like that's the 5 steps of problem solving.
And being completely honest.
Yeah.
There's so many people that's judgmental that they feel like they can't be honest. Half the time.
Please be honest. Please don't lie to yourself and don't lie to others. Really, just be honest with yourself. Like, what is it?
Get the help that you're not asking for.
What is it that I'm lacking? Don't be afraid or ashamed to be like, yo, I need help with this. And this, that, and like, and people feel afraid to speak up because it's kind of like, oh, like you don't know that. Like they feel like they're gonna be like
I don't like when people like be on calls and be like they answer questions, like they'll ask a question and then like nobody says anything and they be like, guys, y'all should know this. We go over this every week.
Right.
But are you taking into consideration that for one, we still are adults?
But I don't think shame is a productive tool.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't like when people do that.
No,
like, why do you
people.
feel
That's
like
when, like, if I come up to you and I'm like, Key, what time we doing the podcast?
Right.
And you go, Shirley, I told you didn't write
told you,
down
like,
when I
5
told
times
you.
already.
that person could have like short-term
Like,
memory
bro,
loss or something?
we could have, by the time you finished that sentence, bro, you could have literally just gave me the answer.
Right.
Literally.
You know what I mean? Like
I told you 5 times already. Like why?
Yeah.
I catch myself doing that a lot. You know that, and I'd be like,
Yeah, I
Sure,
feel
hold
like
on. You
like if you're gonna do that, like, are you like I always tell like Jodo this like all the time. Like, are you a real leader? Are you sitting your people down by themselves? Because let's be real, a lot of people are intimidated by a lot of people.
Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic.
Yeah, unmute your mic, cut your camera on. Like, okay.
Hold on. Wait,
hold on. But like, are you as a leader sitting someone down? And I mean, like, Shirley, like, I see that you didn't answer the question. So let's get on the call and figure out why you didn't answer the
You
question.
didn't drop a 1 in the chat. I want to make sure that.
Are you okay? Are you paying attention? Don't be like, okay, so none of y'all answer the question. Y'all don't know it. What's going on?
Guys, we have
You
to
think
do
somebody
better.
gonna answer the question now? Hey,
Yeah.
you know, you can't shame people. Understand the people that you're working with. Like, if you, like, some leaders think they're obligated to call themselves a leader and not, like, they don't know the definition of a leader.
I feel like those are the status leaders. Those are the leaders that just
Wait.
got to be leaders. What happened?
My bad. I'm so sorry. What is the definition of a leader?
Hold on.
This is the definition. Like I like the definition. So like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Just to have like what
So
it
people know.
means. So I really like because we already know because we're in the business. So people outside of the business like they don't have leaders. They have bosses. They have managers. They
Okay,
have
so like
leaders.
the definition of a leader in this business, or the definition
the actual
of a
meaning,
leader?
like
the
an
actual meaning of a leader.
Okay, a person or thing that leads, a guiding or directing head as of an army, movement, or political group.
Okay. Yeah.
I can see that.
Because but I wouldn't categorize managers and bosses under that.
No, because they're bosses. So bosses tell people what to do, and leaders show them what to
Yes.
do.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
literally like kind of like what an army does.
Yeah.
The person in charge of an army is directing his army on what it is they have to do to defeat the enemy. It's
Yeah.
the same thing. So in the if you relate it to the business, it's the same thing. We are an army together. I am leading you to what we need to do to defeat the purpose. And in our case, it's financial freedom.
Yeah.
We're defeating poverty. So we have to do that together. So like if we're giving mass results and we got that one black sheep that's not getting mass results,
We have to.
why aren't you as leaders saying why is he not getting results, and you talk to them? Now if you feel like my thing is, if like every time you call me and I know what we about to talk about, like why do I feel like I should
feel
answer
like
the question?
our leaders need to do shadow work.
That's here nor there.
For real, I honestly
But, yeah.
feel like they need to do some shadow
You know
work.
My love.
As everybody does.
Everybody does.
I mean, you know what I mean?
I do shadow work every day.
It's it doesn't. I understand we're in a business, and sometimes you can't have friends in this business, or you don't mix business with pleasure, or this, that, and the third. But I feel like anything that you do, you're really forming a relationship with somebody. Like I know you, but I'm trusting you with this process.
Literally, and that's what they forget, that somebody signed up with you for you,
Right.
because it's you. There's plenty of people they could have did anything with,
Yeah.
but they chose you for you. You're literally like, you have, like, a lot of people are not putting people on their backs.
Yeah.
That's the real definition of a leader.
Yeah.
Putting mad people on your back and you lead them like they're supposed to be led.
Yeah.
But then they'll be on
and
their
you
own
lead
as
them to
well.
lead themselves.
Yes, and lead themselves, like
Literally.
teach them like right from wrong. Like, okay, I see why you did that,
Yeah.
but we gonna do this too, so you know, like, next time you don't need to do that again. Like,
Yeah.
for example, when people blow accounts,
Mhm.
They do it all the time. You can tell them 5-6 times.
Right.
What is it that they're doing? 9 times out of 10, a lot of people is intimidated because they got to be at a certain position. So they're not really teaching themselves how to like the skill. They're teaching themselves how to get the results, and they're losing because they just want the result.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't do that. Like, that's why, like, with me, personal development first, results second.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like, if you have the personal development, once you get that result, it sticks. Like, if something goes wrong, you know how to bounce back.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know how to bounce back.
For me, it's like, I'm never going to lose my chairmanship.
Nah.
Right.
I'm not about to go up there and then lose my, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I want to speak from somebody who's not, you know what I'm saying? Not there. But like, we just constantly have to be in prep mode. Like, constantly in prep mode. Because if we don't prep ourselves for where we're going, then once we get there, what's going to happen?
Right.
You're going to lose it faster than you gained it.
Right.
Because you're not going to know what to do with it.
And they say that all the time.
Yeah.
We're literally learning from multimillionaires.
Yeah.
Literally. Like, you know what I mean? So, and they say the same thing over and over again. I hit one place and I lost all of it because I wasn't personally developed.
I think we need like some spirit. You know where I see you ever heard C. John, right? C. John was like, I seen Gustavo's organization, right? And I looked at it and I said, where do I fit in this? Where is there a hole that I can fill, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for me in this business, right, like the hole that I know I'm going to fill is that they're like, and I've only been in this business, disclaimer, I only been in the business for 3 months, you heard? Like, this may already exist, but we need some like serious spiritual development.
I literally,
Yuki was saying that.
I literally
told her that.
spoke it. I literally said,
and I agree.
There needs
some
to
spiritual
be
boot camps.
Yeah, like
There's
we need a spiritual
boot camps. Let's do some spiritual boot
Look,
camps.
let me tell you one thing.
Once you hit P1000, or once you know what I'm saying, like
Look,
something, bro.
I've
like,
been in. This is like my 4th event. You know what I mean? And I've been in houses with different people, different Airbnbs, different hotels, and this is the first time I've ever meditated with a group of people on the same frequency.
It's mad different.
Like people who actually sit down and talk to each other and interact. Like I've been in houses where nobody talks to each other. Nobody interacts with each other. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Like I
really gets to
literally
know each
feel
other.
like there needs to be spiritual educators.
yeah,
Right.
No,
In the business.
literally.
Like
Literally,
somebody
like,
like
spiritual go live.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, because like for
Yeah.
me it was there. Like my last business, I wanted to have a meditation session
No.
in the mornings, like literally. And now like Nano does his, but like I wanted a meditation session in the mornings because it's the start of your day.
Yeah.
Like your meditation is like, this is how your day's
Like
gonna go.
imagine a go live schedule for spirituality. So we got
Yo.
all the there's different yoga sessions happening all day.
You know what?
and
There's
meditation.
a team. There's a team who actually has somebody on their team who does Zoom calls for yoga. Like they have a yoga session Zoom call
I would do
for
that.
somebody on their team for their team.
like a spiritual wellness package, right?
Package.
And then like
You know how they
where-
do like the P2K boot camp?
Yeah.
We could do like a P2 spiritual camp.
I don't think we need to wait till P2. I think
They need to.
Or-
They
or
need
is
to
it-
be
we need to
on.
do
They
like
could be
a-
on
do
ranked.
it.
I think we need to do like orientation.
Yeah, like
Right.
Before,
first
like
date.
part of the launch process.
Right.
Like,
I feel
okay, what is
that.
your 30, 60, 90 day goal? But what's your 30, 60, 90 day goal in spirituality?
Literally.
Where
because-
are you right now? Where's your you get what I'm saying?
Like,
Because
where-
we
how are
say
you
belief level,
feeling?
belief level, belief level, belief level. But what creates belief level?
Your spiritual, your inside,
We are-
your well-being.
we are a spiritual being having a human experience.
Come on, bro. And
Stop.
we can't we say it,
Stop.
but do we
But do we
move it
embody
like
that?
it? Like do we like you get what I'm saying?
But like you see how we are. We're very self-aware. Like
Yeah.
energy,
Yeah.
signs, the universe. Like we're really, really in tune. So we accept. Like I be loving when my higher power be sending me surprises and signs.
That's what
I
I'm trying
love
to
it.
tell you.
I enjoy it because I know, like, you know what I mean. But I had to learn that. I had to like really like understand where this energy and the spirit was coming from and really learn about it. But if you
Yeah.
don't know about it, like how you gonna know?
Because me and Sage were having a conversation and we broke it down into 3 steps, right? And it's the first step is self-awareness.
Yes.
The second step is power of self.
Yes.
And the third step is mastering self.
That's me right now.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when people come in, we should definitely make sure that if they're not in this level of self-awareness, that we're providing them with the same step-by-step. You see the Google Doc?
Right.
We need a spiritual
like the game
Google
plan.
Doc.
Like the game plan.
Like, okay,
For
this is
real.
where you're at. Okay, this is how we're going to... And not even trying to push spirituality on anybody.
No.
But spirituality is not something that shouldn't be pushed.
Right.
If we're pushing get on every call, if we're pushing go to every event, if we're pushing call your mentor every day, if we're pushing your income can never surpass your development, then we should, you get what I'm saying?
Then we should,
like,
and it doesn't even take much.
It don't.
It does not take much. Like, I love that we do the I'm so happy and grateful. I love that. Like, everybody drop what you're grateful for.
Yeah.
Like, and I love that. I'm
like yesterday, I was like, "Where's the?"
Yeah, really.
Like I was like, "Yo, where's the C-John energy in here?"
Right.
Like, I ain't seen C-John hit this stage yet.
But we're grateful. And like another thing too is like I love that we're grateful. But then let's ask people how they're doing today.
Yeah.
Like, but how you doing in the chat today? But how you doing? And you know what I mean?
or even just starting the call and be like, hey, y'all, like, we're gonna go for you know, it's a lot of us on this call. I want to just grab like 10 of us that aren't having the best day. Let's just air it out for 20 seconds.
Or anybody,
20 seconds each.
Literally, like, or anybody, yo, like, if you need to talk to anybody today, like, I'll put my number in the chat. If you need to talk to me, talk to me. Like, you know what I mean?
You know what it is because I feel like a lot of the time people, because you know emotions doesn't really like it helps us in this business only if we're aware of them and we're able to not be completely overcome by them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because of that's a known fact, oftentimes, you know, it's easier to preach to push them to the side instead of aiding people with how to deal with them.
Yes, that's a fact. You have to deal with your emotions. That's the only way you will grow.
Because if you walk around life saying that your emotions don't fucking matter, then you're gonna walk around like you don't matter.
Literally.
And that's when people start self-sabotaging or imposter syndrome kicks in. Or all, we gotta understand how all these things are tied in deeper. You feel me?
It literally.
Some people need guidance. Like, some people, like, you know, like, in everything, like, people really go out there and do it themselves. Like, people just have that natural, like, you know what I mean? But some people need guidance. Like, you know, they need to be like, you know, oh, I didn't know that. There's a lot of things that I didn't know that. It's just like, thank you. Because I didn't know that. Like, you know, and it's just things that we didn't grow up with. And it's not in our community and things like that. So it's just kind of like, entiendo. Perfect cutoff time.
Yo, this was powerful. I like that. Facts. Yo, like,
can you only believe this is episode number 2?
Right.
Facts. Like, whoo! I got the chills. Yo, like, definitely, like, keep subscribing, keep watching us.
Yes.
Just keep watching.
Happy and grateful for
like,
you guys.
Really happy and grateful for y'all.
Share.
We really gonna close it right there because we got so much more that can continue on.
Right. We can go for days and hours.
We can literally. So, like, you know, we definitely going to see y'all next week. You know, if you feel me, I am your host, Key. And we have my 2 lovely ladies, Shirley and JoJo. And we see y'all next week.
Deuces. Let's get it.